Thank you, Towson Ogunkoya, President of the GSA, for that introduction. Good morning, Acting President Chandler, Acting Provost Wrights, distinguished guests, honored faculty, family, and fellow graduates. I congratulate you all for the hard work, the long hours, both studying and sitting in traffic, and the perseverance with both that brought you here today. When I was in high school in Virginia Beach, many years ago now, at the encouragement of counselors and teachers, I enrolled in AP Calculus my senior year. I knew going into it that it was going to be a challenge. I have always been naturally drawn to the humanities and social sciences. Math has never been my strong suit. And my prediction was accurate. Calculus was an epic struggle. I passed, but not with flying colors. I scored very well on the AP exam, much to my own surprise, well enough that my score formally absolved me of ever having to take math again. Or I thought it had until I enrolled at Towson. To be fair, our teacher did an excellent job preparing us for the exam, to include having us practice dozens of free response questions. Even after more than a decade, I can recall one of the questions she assigned to us for homework. It was a related rate problem, and it went something like this. A square coffee pot of X by Y dimensions is being filled at the rate of so many cubic centimeters per minute. When the pot is half full, how fast will the coffee level be rising? I read the question again, picked up my pencil, and in the margins wrote, "Who on earth owns a square coffee pot?" I had never heard of such a thing, and the question seemed ridiculous because of it. Nevertheless, I did my best to answer. Well, turns out there are square coffee pots. I did some research preparing for this, and you can find them just about anywhere. Amazon had a dozen varieties, as did eBay. Bed Bath & Beyond, Macy's, Overstock.com, all of them sell square coffee pots. There was one particular model that caught my attention. It was a holiday-themed porcelain square coffee pot made by Lennox. It was available from Lennox and at least 10 other vendors, all offering the same item at prices ranging from $115 to well over $250 for the exact same coffee pot. And that example underscores why the supply chain management program is significant to me. Competition is no longer simply a matter of business versus business, but increasingly one of supply chain versus supply chain. In the past, a square coffee pot probably would have been a niche item available from a few limited sources. Now, the same item is available from dozens of distributors, and the choice simply becomes who can get it to you when you want, at the price you want. 2 years ago, the E-Business and Technology Management Department, specifically Dr. Porterfield, held an interest meeting for me and other civil servants working at Aberdeen Proving Ground. The supply chain courses offered seemed a good fit for my chosen career as an Army logistician. The classroom-based program with dedicated faculty also appealed to me, and since my alma mater was also in the CAA conference, I respected Towson. I enrolled and took my first math course in over a decade. Now, although the Army differs greatly from a commercial business, supply chain principles still hold true. I recall this mantra repeated often while I was training at the Army Logistics School: right item, right time, right place, right price. The SCM principles I have learned at Towson have impacted the way I approach my job and improved how I work. I've applied the principles of project management and operations management to the programs I oversee, and now they run more smoothly and efficiently. I've applied the skills learned in customer relationship management and procurement and sourcing to maintain better and more effective relationships both with my upstream suppliers and downstream customers. I've used the skills learned in Six Sigma and business process management to improve my organization's internal processes, including reducing one process's average cycle time from 4 days to 6 hours. And almost every day I use the principles learned in logistics and distribution to ensure the right items get to the right place at the right time at the right cost to the taxpayer, often having to cross oceans and foreign lands. Now, I've remembered the square coffee pot story all these years because I see it as a metaphor, not simply a strange assignment. To me, it symbolizes the experiences in life that really challenge us to learn something new. It represents the situations where we are frequently tempted to quit or rationalize them away. But by persevering, they are the experiences that are the most rewarding and change us for the better. My calculus class was a square coffee pot. My undergraduate education was a square coffee pot. And my time at Towson has been a square coffee pot. I trust it has been one for you too. I hope you all have a wonderful holiday and that you persevere in all the challenges that the coming year has for you. Thank you.